Hi everyone, my name is Randall. This is my first video for Shutter Rock UK. I only joined this morning, so I'm really going for it. Okay, I want to talk to you today about off-camera flash. Okay, bit terrifying for some people. No need to be. Okay, it's great fun. It'll really improve your photography. And before I go anywhere, I'd just like to say, if you want to learn anything about off-camera flash, or strobism as it's called, visit David Hobby's site. Okay, Strobist 101. Lighting 101, Lighting 102. The guy's a genius, okay, taught me everything I know just about, and you'll learn a great deal about it. Okay, first things first, why do we light off camera? Okay, basically it's to improve our photographs, okay. You can't produce a really good photograph using flash photography when you've got a flash strobe fitted to your camera, whether that's inbuilt, okay, an external speed light or strobe fitted to your camera. You must move it away from the center line of the camera lens to create shadow and transitional highlight on the face. Okay, that'll give you a 3D depth image and basically make your photographs look more pleasing and more professional. So the first thing we need is a strobe. Okay, if you're a Nikon user, speed light if you're Canon, or a bit of flash gun. Okay, I've got one here. This is Canon's 58EX2, it's a 58 guide number machine. Okay, it's wonderful, all singing and dancing, ETTL, evaluated through the lens metering, but I'm not interested in that. So all I need to know is that this will operate in manual mode, which it will, give me full adjustment in manual mode, and then it's got a PC sync socket on the side. Okay, so you can buy a Metz, a Nissan, okay, any flash maker, as long as any flash maker flash, as long as it's got PC sync, manual mode, and a decent guide number. Okay, so we need to put this somewhere to get it away from the camera. So this is where the next piece of kit comes in, the good old light stand. Okay, word of advice: this is a Manfrotto 052B. Avoid like the plague. They're £25–26. Okay, and they're rubbish. They've got a split collar which cracks, okay, and basically your lighting gear crashes to the ground. Go on Fleabay, you can get lighting stands for about £9, okay. Buy a stack of them, they're cheap enough, okay. They will break in time, they're not the most robust of things, but avoid these, they're a rip-off. Okay, on the top of my light stand I've got something called a brass monkey. Okay, it's screwed on here, in this case with 3/8 screw thread. I buy these from Manfrotto again, okay. I do buy these from Manfrotto rather, okay. I avoid the nylon ones, they're not robust enough, and the threads wear, and you know, again, a lot of gear on the end of it, just don't risk it. Buy brass, buy them in packs of 6, about £3.50 each. Next, we need some way to control the angle of our flash and our light modifier. This is, Americans call a swivel bracket, UK we tend to call it an umbrella bracket. It's basically that, it's just a way to mount your flash unit and an umbrella to the top of your light stand. It's got a few different adjustments on it. What I'm using now, that just locks the bracket to the light stand. This one's for controlling the angle of the flash. The centre holes for mounting the umbrella, and the top clamp is for slapping on there and holding on your flash unit, which is held on with another brass monkey. Okay, so we need to talk about triggering systems. Okay, some people use PC sync cables, okay, between camera and flash. I don't like it. Okay, I shoot weddings, okay, events with a lot of people running around. People trip over the cables. I don't care if they break a leg, to be quite honest, but they will damage my camera and my sync connections, which I don't want. It's expensive gear. So I tend to use radio triggers. Personally, I use industry standard pocket buzzer +2s. These are expensive, they're £300 a set, okay. It's extortionate really, okay, for what they do. They just fire a damn flash, for God's sake. These ones don't do ETTL or TTL for your Nikon users. It's just manual mode. I only use manual on my camera, manual on my flash, so I do want full control over my exposures and my flash control as well. But these are ideal. They always fire 1600 foot range, and they've never let me down. Fantastic bit of kit really. A cheaper option for anyone not willing to make that sort of financial commitment is these are called a Cactus V4. You can buy these from a company on the internet called Gadget Infinity. They're great. They haven't got the range of the Pocket Wizards, okay, and they tend not to be as reliable. They're pretty cheap, made in China, but they do work, okay, and they're fine. I used these for a couple of years when I was an amateur, and they're fine. They really do. They're great. They've got a little switch at the top. You should switch it on before you use it. If you're thinking about you don't want to spend £300, but you want to go a little bit higher, there's a company called I believe it's called iShoot, and they've got a new product on the market called iSniper. It's very, very good equipment. It does fires ETTL and TTL, for you guys who understand that. I'm not talking about that today, we'll talk about it on another video. But it's about £70 for a receiver, £70 for a transmitter. It's very good quality, massive range in it, and it's a well put together bit of kit, so have a look at that. You can find them, I've seen them on a company called Highland Photography. They sell them in Scotland, but they've got their own website as well, called iShoot. Have a look at that. Okay, next thing, moving on quickly. I'm going to mount my flash to the top of my receiver. Okay, simple slot in, hot shoe, clip the lock over and lock it, bring my flash head down to the angle I want it, switch my flash on. Okay, being a Blue Peter buff, here's something I prepared earlier. On the top of my camera I've now got the Cactus V4 transmitter, little test button on it, bang, my flash fires. It even fires my studio strobe as well, which I've got on 60 watts, just give me some additional light in this dark room. It'll fire that as well, so it's pretty, you know, you can mix and match if you want to. Okay, so this is just a simple process. If I wanted to use hard light or hard flash, just basically pointing my camera at my subject, focusing, squeeze the shutter, and I've got a nicely exposed image. You're blinded, but that's it. Okay, so we talked about modifying light earlier on. Lots of different ways to do it. Don't get carried away with it. If you're doing a lot of stuff like I do, like weddings, I haven't got time to be messing with soft boxes. I use shoot-through umbrellas, okay? And they're fine, they soften and diffuse the light for me. They're cheap if they get damaged. And I can put them on and off my umbrella bracket in seconds and not fiddle about with speed rings and all the rest of it, okay? We'll go into that again in another tutorial. Bump, and I'm there. One word of warning, if you see this, turn that up, don't over tighten that neural net, you'll crush the tube of the umbrella, get it hollow, damage your umbrella. Okay. And again, your model's over there, camera on, focus, fire away. Nice diffuse light, one happy bride, one rich photographer. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've learned something if you've never seen off-camera flash rig before. There's not a lot to it, okay? Just, if you've got any questions, just drop them onto the Facebook website, onto Shutter Rock UK, and I'll be pleased to answer them. Thanks for watching. Cheers.